What's up, guys? It's Scythe back again for another Gothic for ArcaniA Let's Play. And we are going into Stewark. I think that's what it's called, right? Hey, Buster, what's up? This guy's getting all pissed off because there's rebels afoot, and we're trying to tell him that we're not. And that we need to go in there and talk to the Baron so that we can get, like, a permission slip, pretty much, to advance across the world map. Because right now, if we went way over there, there is a gateway, and they're like, "Oi, you cannot pass through here until..." That's another town way up ahead over there, by the way, which is so awesome that we can actually see the whole world. But yeah. Oh. Look at this. We're here. This right here is the best castle in any game. It really is. Like, honestly, it really, really is. So, this guy... Oh, there's more locked chests and stuff. Hey, Chuck. What's up, Chuck? Anyway, something I gotta say. See this whetstone and all these other... Get out of the way. I'm gonna shine my stuff, please. But there's all these RPG or roleplay elements of this game. And you can actually turn this off in the options so that you don't accidentally sit down in chairs and stuff. But I just wanted to explain that for anyone that hasn't played any of the other Gothic games, they weren't merely roleplay elements in the other Gothic games. I think this is kind of a nod to the other Gothic games because in the other games, you would actually end up using them for actual functionality, like, you know, sharpening your weapons and making them more efficient, as well as you'd have to find, like, a place to, you know, there'd be cooking pots like this so that you could actually cook stuff, as opposed to this crafting thing, which is kind of a joke, but at least it's efficient. And yeah, so one of the things that was one of the things that was actually cool. And yeah, because that actually reminds me of a place in Risen 1, which I might end up doing a Let's Play of those. We'll see. But that's by Piranha Bytes, the guys that actually made this game. Or, not this game, sorry. They made the other games, like the other Gothic games. And yeah, so it's like, I think this guy has a quest or something. I'm not exactly sure.
Welcome.
But yeah, we ended up... Diego's lost, by the way. That's what's going on right now, and we're trying to find him. But yeah, in the first town, which actually was my brother Johnny, or Captain Napkin, as you guys know him, it was his favorite town in any video game. Like, the first town that you could go to in Risen. And rightly so, because it's an awesome city. It really is. Is the other quest guy in here? No, he's not. But yeah, so... The thing about that is that just kind of reminded me of the blacksmith area, because you actually, like, when you're making gear, when you actually unlock the ability to be a blacksmith, you have to go over to one thing to make the sword, you have to go up to another thing to hammer it into place, and then you go up to the whetstone to sharpen it and make it more efficient. Yeah, and all kinds of awesome stuff like that. And the leveling system was actually quite different in the Gothic games as opposed to this game's linear style, but I'll get into that in a moment. Because we gotta talk to this guy. He's pissed off because his servant has gone... He ran away. Like, he's scared. This guy beats the crap out of him and stuff. And we're gonna say, yeah, we're gonna go find him over by the farm. This guy's an alchemist, by the way. Yeah, grab his stuff just for good measure. And he gives us an alchemical ingredient once we end up finishing his quest. But first and foremost... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? We gotta find... this dude up here. Gorn, because I know I'm not really exploring this place. You'll kind of see most of it just because of us having to go over to those areas in general. But right now, like I said in the last episode, I ended up recording a lot and getting screwed out of my footage because computers are bonkers. And yeah, so I know where to go and I'm going to be very efficient. This guy is Gorn. He's actually from the other Gothic games. He played a big role. So did Diego actually too. But we ended up talking to him asking, hey, where's Diego? And he says Diego's in jail. And then we say, well, how do we get to the jail? And he says, just go over to this guard and tell him you're going to beat the crap out of him if he doesn't let us in. And, well, incidentally, that's what we do. We tell him, hey, let us in. He's all okay. Just don't hurt me. And then we go in here and we get a knight's sword, which is actually better than our two-handed sword. Because I should have shown off, our two-handed sword is 25. This is 27 plus stamina, which is just beautiful. Like, look at this thing. Look at this. Hey, Diego, what's up? He says that there's a plot going on. Gorn, incidentally, by the way, is a big brute, and he wants to break Diego out by using his brawn fists and his axe. With my axe. And Diego's like, no, I expect my friend to get here. And yeah, Mermund, there's some plot to, like, there is the Baron, and then there's his brother. And his brother is kind of like prison. Access is forbidden. No, it's not. Not anymore, anyway. Haha! But we end up finding out the hard way that the Baron is an evil tyrant working with King Rhobar, who incidentally is the king that burned down our village, and we want to get horrible, horrible revenge on him so far. But you'll see as the plot develops as we get further up ahead, guys. And actually, Rhobar is actually the main protagonist from the other Gothic games. But we end up talking to this dude and finding out that the Baron's brother actually is working for the rebels, and he would do a better job because the rebels are what we want to side with, because they're against Rhobar. And this guy right here is like secretly, he's working with the rebels. But, you know, we kind of, maybe you really are telling the truth. Yeah, we got to find proof. But there's a missing person. There's a missing person involved. I didn't mean to pull out our sword. Another collectible that we don't even need. Yeah, there's a missing person around these parts. There's a missing person. And the way that we actually get to said missing person is through a locked door. Incidentally, we go over here and talk to Gorn, asking him where Leuven is. And yeah, he ends up saying there's a special chest that when I was searching the towers, they didn't allow me to search through. And yeah, I'm going to take a screenshot, by the way. So that means that I have to have the interface off. There we go. Yeah, awesome. All right, so we go over here. He lets us in this otherwise locked door, and he gave us the key to an otherwise locked chest, which apparently in this chest is another key. Oh, we got to lockpick it. Never mind, I guess he didn't give us the key for it. He just opened the door. But we got Leuven's key, and we need that key to advance the story, because we have to actually go up further ahead and stuff, and yeah. I forget what I was saying about the plot. I think I mentioned most of it. We can actually go into a lot of these houses too, which we're going to end up doing right now, just because, yeah, there's actually quite a few goodies in these areas. Quite a few indeed. But one of the important things that you want to try and remember is to go and talk to Diego right away, because he teaches you how to pick locks, and there's a lot of locked chests in these houses and stuff that you end up running into, which I actually found out the hard way about that, because otherwise, whoa, hey, can we go in here? Why is this guy guarding this?
Keep moving.
Keep moving. Okay, I'll keep moving. Yeah, and the frame rate gets bogged down quite a bit in this area, especially with the rain going on, because they actually have like the rain seeping down everything, and it's all awesome and stuff. This house, by the way, which is all dilapidated and stuff, is where that chick that we're looking for is hiding. And incidentally, this door is locked, but we got the key for it. Leuven's key removed. And if you go around here, check this out. We got another locked chest that we can open. The lockpicking system's kind of wonky, by the way. And we got more equipment and stuff that I'll end up checking out off camera, because, yeah, I think the inventory management takes a little too long. The inventory is kind of wonky anyway. But yeah, we go talk to her, and she actually says about overthrowing the current Baron, and then we say, okay, we'll help, but only if you let Diego get freed from prison, like, once you're in power. And she's all, oh yeah, I can do that, no problem. And yeah, so that's our motive for actually trying to get her to go through here. And wow, this game's beautiful, and I know that I'm kind of rushing through all this stuff, but like I said before, this guy is the bowyer. He sells all the bow stuff. We're looking for the smithy, though, which I'm not exactly sure where he is, actually. But yeah, so we can end up going into quite a few of these houses and finding chests and stuff. This guy is the bread baker guy. Herbo. What a stupid name. But yeah, he ends up selling you all the food and stuff, which is basically like food items. Oh god, that was a long fall. Food items are basically, how would I put it? They're like, this is how you get into this house, by the way. Food items are like, okay, that was weird. Yeah, the jumping's kind of wonky in this game. Food items, as I keep trying to say over and over, latchkey key. I don't know what that is, but okay. Food items are just basically weaker potions. Like, straight up. Oh, I guess there is nothing up here. Unless that was a... Well, I think there might be a collectible up here, but it doesn't really matter because we're not going for the collectibles anyways, as I've stated in the other episodes. We go over here, and we gotta talk to this dude, and he's all like, hey, there's some crazy weird noises going on in my neighbor's house. Can you help me out? And we're like, yeah, we can help you out, but that means that we're going to have to go and talk to a specific guard about getting the key to his house. And the guy says, you know, well, I'm not going to go rough and tumbling and beating up guards. Save, because, you know, then we're just going to end up getting in trouble. And our guy is like, or no, the other guy's like, it doesn't matter, screw you, the guy is a dick and nobody likes him anyway. So that's what we're going to do. Good luck, Chuck. Good luck in the battle ahead because we're going to kick his butt. And he's all... yeah, you're not gonna get the key to my house. And then we draw our weapon faster than he can say banana balls. And then we just kill him, even though he's in full gear and we're not. And then he still has the audacity to talk crap and laugh at us about the fact that we just kicked his butt. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think picking locks is, like, I don't think there's any crimes in this game, actually. So... oh, dang it. So we don't actually have to... okay, I gotta just settle down. Holy cow. But yeah. There's no crimes in this game, so you don't gotta worry about any of the, you know, criminales and stuff and stealing and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, we ended up getting a key from that dude.
Careful.
Which isn't tied to this quest. This quest is something else. This is... save... this guy is asking for the honey, actually. He's all like, hey, we need stuff to make more alcohol. And it's like, okay, I've got the honey. Why don't I just give it to you already? And he's like, all right, sure. And we just got our reward. We already completed the quest. Bada bing, bada boom. And we are out of here. We're out of here. Oh, here's the smithy. Okay, well, before we end up going into there. Yeah, that's right. That's what I said. We're gonna go over here and get distracted by this house where this chick came from. Hello? Is anybody in here? Anyone at all? Incidentally, I can't turn up the sensitivity of my, like, camera panning because I'm playing this on PC, but I have the Xbox 360 interface. And, my legs. Heal up. We have the 360 interface. And anytime that you go to save, if you go into the options to try and change the settings, it's all like, hey, you're not actually playing on the 360. Crash. And then, yeah. So, oh, there we go. Perfect. We're getting a lot of items. I'm going to have to visit the shop after this episode. That's for sure. For sure. Because, yeah. I ended up, see, this is what I mean by there's a lot of locked chests. And I ended up exploring this whole town before I had the lock picking, and yeah, that was kind of annoying because then it was like, uh-oh, now I'm gonna have to revisit all the houses, and I didn't want to waste your guys' time by doing all that stuff. So it's okay that the episodes ended up not working. It kind of pissed me off, but yeah, if I didn't already mention it before in this episode, things ended up not going right, and I lost a lot, and I mean a lot of footage from some previous episodes. So yeah, I'm replaying a lot of this stuff right now. That's why I'm kind of breezing through it. Anyway, these are cultists of Beliar. There's 3 different gods in these games, actually. There's Innos, which is the good god, Beliar, which is basically like Hades, and then there's some other god, I think. I don't really remember what it is. I don't care, because I've never really cared about the lore so much. Incidentally, these lecterns, you would normally in the other Gothic games go and talk to them because Hail Beliar, the almighty Beliar, and all of his faith, and blah, 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 blah. You would talk to those things and actually gain experience points and wisdom and stuff. Which, by the way, as I said earlier, leveling up was quite different in the other Gothic games. I think it was actually a lot cooler because it was quite different from, say, any other games in general. The way that it worked in the Gothic games was rather than leveling up just through experience and stuff, you would still level up from getting kills and junk, but you would end up getting learning points upon each successful level as well as stat points. And what this would do is it would give you a set amount of learning points. I think it went 5 at a time. And you would go to specific NPCs, non-playable characters, and talk to them and they'd be all like, hey, I can only teach you a sneak skill for 1,000 gold and 5 learning points. And then you'd learn there would be other times like it would be like, if you wanted to up your strength, you had to spend money and learning points to up your strength. But you also had to spend it to unlock parts of the game, like smithing and sneaking and even lockpicking. You ended up having to find there would be a low-level thief. By the way, we just told this guy that we killed the Belliard dudes, and he's all happy and cheerful and gives us a reward about it. And yeah, so you would end up going to an NPC. So let's just say you would find a low-level thief, right? You would find him, and he'd be all like, I can teach you how to pick easy locks. Then you'd have to go further ahead to find another thief that would end up teaching you medium locks and then heavy locks and so on and so forth. This lady, by the way, is a guild lady who wanted to get across the bridge, and now she's over here.
The is sealed tight, and I can't get to the Valley of Blood. That's how you end up in Stewark.
Do you know your way around here?
Beyond Stewart? Sure. There's plenty of farmland and plantations here. And a few other things.
Other things? What do you mean?
There are caves all around this area, and you don't hear a good thing said about them. In any case, I prefer the open sky above my head, and would rather keep my distance from dingy vaults.
What do they say about the caves?
The people here believe in an ancient curse and in undead monsters that roam the caves. Maybe it's all superstition, who knows? I'm not going to look and see if it's true anyhow.
I will.
I'm going to start by looking for Ricklin. Then we'll surely find a way to get out of here.
Who's Ricklin?
Who's Ricklin?
Well...
We're getting married soon. So he's your lover?
That's right. He's also one of the rangers, and was supposed to scout the north of Stewark while I looked around the south.
So where's Ricklin?
Where is he now?
Only I knew. I do worry with the rebels and all the stories. The region is in a bit of an uproar.
Ricklin won't have joined the rebels, will he?
I wouldn't have thought so. That would be terrible. Don't get me thinking about that.
Okay.
You never know, Jilby. I'll keep an eye open anyway.
Can't hurt. I'll have a look around as well.
Alright, see you later. So I think, like, she's one of the characters, and then there's a couple other characters that you incidentally keep running into, like, throughout the game, just kind of, I guess, to show them progressing as well as you, because there's other adventures in the world, right? And yeah, I think I covered, I think I explained it in a way that you guys could understand about the whole, like, you know, the, what do you call it? The leveling up in the other games. It's quite different in this game. This is very linear compared to the other games, and just, yeah. The reason that I listened to what she was saying, by the way, was because I never talked to her the last time I was here. But I've already talked to all of the other characters when I was here and found out, like, all the quests and stuff. I think after this episode, probably, you're gonna start seeing me listening to some of the... Well, no, there's actually still a couple more quests, but there's... Soon enough, you're gonna be... I'm going a mile a minute here. I'm going a mile a minute. Bear with me, okay? Because I'm trying to catch up to where I was before all my recordings got screwed over. But yeah, so I'm gonna end up listening to a lot of the other NPCs probably in some time in the next episode, just because, like, we'll have caught all up. Right now I'm skipping through all of the conversation because I already know what they're saying, and yeah, it's like they take a long time to say it. Now check this enemy out. Isn't that awesome? He camouflages as a turtle. That's like so cool, man. He's a transformer. Before Transformers even existed, he doesn't even have to be a robot. See this digging spot? That is why you have to have a shovel in your inventory, like I mentioned in another episode. Because that's one of the ARC collectibles. Which, again, we're not going to get all the collectibles because they're in really tricky spots and just... I've never gotten them all, so long as you both shall live. But, seriously. The reason we're down here on this beach is because we're doing a quest for that Louville chick, Cruella Louville. Screw you, you coastal goo. And yeah, she's all like, hey, there's some discriminating evidence that we need to get that other dude out of power. And it incidentally is in this box that washed up on shore. You can end up coming to this shore when, like, without being on the quest. And then it ends up, like, this box isn't here unless you're on the quest. There's lots of areas in this game that actually do that, where you'll only end up unlocking the item that you have to go for if you're on the quest. But yeah. So, in the next episode, we're going to go up to a, well, how do you call it? Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. I think I got a new format that I'm going to try out in the next few episodes, so you guys can check that out tomorrow. I'll release the next episode, like I do every day. Yeah, but anyway, we got to go up there, up that zigzaggy path that we already went up, and talk to the henchman of the alchemist. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I know I'm kind of rushing through things, but eventually we'll start getting to the point that I've already been at, and then we'll be able to enjoy the game at a normal pace. But otherwise, right now, I'm kind of just rushing because, like I said, I already did all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, it was really disappointing and really pissed me off when it did afterwards. But yeah, anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Sayonara, and stay epic.
Your face